Hey everybody, it's me, Amy, here again in the Kin Community Kitchen for another healthy and delicious recipe for you. Today I'm showing you a healthy, smart snack. Oven roasted chickpeas. I know, pretty cool, right? Stay tuned, you're gonna wanna know how to make these. But before we get into it, if you wanna see even more recipes, such as this, over on my channel, Sandcastle Inc., click down below, go subscribe, and check out what I'm doing over there. Now, first off, some of the specs on chickpeas are pretty awesome. For only 110 calories per serving, you're getting 6 grams of protein, which in and of itself is amazing. When I make these oven roasted chickpeas and I find myself kind of almost like mindlessly snacking, my body stops me because after a while I get full on these. So it's a really great snack because there aren't just empty carbs, empty stuff going into your body. It actually has protein and it's very filling. Okay, so remember, make sure your chickpeas are thoroughly dried before you add any oil or any spices or anything, because you want them to be fully dried so that they don't get soggy. So next we are going to add in all of our aromatics, so to speak. We are going to take just a little bit of olive oil. We don't want to drench these because again, we don't want them to be soggy at all. So just a light coating, maybe a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Honey, you be the judge. That seems good. And then on top of that, we are going to add in some spices and seasonings. I love smoked paprika, so I'm gonna get a good kind of helping of some of that. I like it because it's got a lot of smoked flavor and not a whole lot of heat. I'm also gonna put some garlic powder. Make sure when you're using salt that you use garlic powder and not garlic salt, because then you could end up with something that is way too salty. Since we're using chickpeas, we have to use some cumin, so get a little bit of that going here. And then, one of my favorite things I have, if you can find this, go for it. I have bonfire smoked sea salt, you guys. It's pretty amazing. It smells like a barbecue right in this tiny little container. I don't know how they do it, but it's delicious. Okay, so sprinkle that on. Any sea salt you have works, but I am going the extra mile with my bonfire smoked sea salt. And also just know that these little guys can handle a lot of spice and a lot of seasoning because they're not very flavorful on their own. So don't be afraid, you can really load them up and you know, the more the merrier. Okay, so once we have everything in our bowl, we're going to stir it to combine. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, we are already smelling good. We're gonna smell even better once we get these in the oven. All those flavors start kind of enveloping your house. It's gonna be really good. So next, we are going to take our non-stick cookie sheet, baking sheet, and we are going to transfer all of our chickpeas onto our tray. And you also want to make sure that they are evenly spaced because you want them to be completely cooked and crispy. So just kind of even them out. Then, if you think you might need a little bit more, that's okay. We are not lacking in the spice department on this. Go ahead, sprinkle just a little more over top of whatever seasoning you want. Okay, so now I'm going to pop these guys in the oven until they are nice and crispy. Say goodbye. Voila! Our chickpeas are done. They are totally crispy and crunchy and perfect and seasoned to perfection. And now I'm going to prove it to you. You're gonna have to look at me, take a bite of one of them. No audio dub in there, ladies and gentlemen. That is just pure crunch from chickpeas. Can you believe it? They're so good. These have a really great garlicky, smoky flavor to them, but if you have a sweet tooth, these can also be a dessert. Yes, you do the same thing. You just use some olive oil, and instead of all those spices and the seasoning, you just put cinnamon and some brown sugar. Cook them up the same way. An amazing, delicious dessert. So the next time you are in the mood for a snack and you're thinking about a tortilla or a potato chip, you can just halt for a moment and think back to this video and say, I am going to make these oven roasted chickpeas because Amy said so and they looked pretty darn delicious. So I hope you guys make them. I hope you guys enjoy them. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and I can't wait to share more recipes with you in the future. See you guys next time. Bye.